dear. Hi everyone. So if you're on here, I'm not going to be here for too long. I was just thinking about vlogging, but I've just not had the time. So I've just finished our court and I'm on my way back, and I thought I would just say hello. Today I had a court hearing in London, and different courts with different rules, and I thought I would answer one question that many of you asked me, why I decided to become a solicitor rather than a barrister. So for context, I think it's important to know why somebody decides to do a particular thing or to become who they are. Well, I would think that one of the biggest things to look at is your strength. So I did answer some questions about why I decided to become a solicitor. Well, I tend to get the same questions again and again. I decided to become a solicitor because, like I said, my strengths pointed me towards becoming a solicitor. So I like to write, I like to read a lot. You might know that I do the focus videos. I haven't done them in a while, but I love to just focus on stuff. If I'm reading stuff, I can read stuff for such a long time. I always like to see this part of this place, and I would say where I am after the video because I'm live now, so I have to stay well. They got loads of like swans. It's really beautiful here. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm not going to be staying too long, but it's just I just find this place breathtaking, really. Look at the flowers. I like pampas flowers. Look at these ones. They're so cute. You can call them flowers, call them grasses. It's just so nice and beautiful in London. Anyway, not to deviate, I said I was going to make this quite a meaningful video by just answering why I decided to become a solicitor. I decided to become a solicitor because my strengths actually point towards that, and I would say that you should find what your strengths are and basically do what best suits your strengths and your ability. So I was saying that I like to write, so I'm very good with legal arguments. I'm also very good with my thought process. I like to think about things in various different ways. So I'm not just thinking that something is black. I'm also thinking that it might be white as well. I think you've seen where I am. So this is me. Well, hi everyone. Hi. I was saying I've just finished from the courts, and I'm in Romford, by the way. I think it's clear at this point where I am. I like to think, I like to be logical about things. And when someone says something to me, I think about it as black, white, grey. And sometimes I have a fourth dimension of what I think a person is actually saying. Please like, subscribe. I will make videos like this from time to time because I just cannot vlog. I'm going to be driving soon, so I'm not going to be too long on this. If there's one thing that goes really wrong in this place, sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, thank you so much for the like. Oh, yes, you're too clever. You do know where I am. Yeah, sorry that my phone went blank there. So I have missed a lot of people that were on here. But I was just saying that I chose becoming a solicitor because of my strengths. And that's the same way you decide what you want to be, and also decide the area of law that you want to practice in. Because I get a lot of that on my channel. What area of law should I practice in? I'm walking very fast, by the way. The way to decide what area of law you should practice in is by knowing what your strengths are. If you know what your strengths are, then it just comes naturally. But if you decide to practice in an area of law because every other person is doing it, you really are going to struggle. So I see a lot of young people saying, oh, I want to read law and practice commercial law. Not really. Commercial law brings a lot of money, but there are other areas of law that bring a lot of money as well. See how heavy my bag is? That's what happens when you're a litigator. When you're a litigator or going to court, you're just carrying so many books, you're carrying so many files, so many papers, you're writing a lot. I'll show you the courts. So that's the court over there. It's quite a big one, and it's quite pretty as well. Some courts are not very pretty. This one is. I'll show you the front of the court. So get into practicing based on what it is that you like, not based on what other people tell you is the in thing. That's the court. And hopefully I can put out some more videos, but I hope I have answered your question. As you carry on selecting your subjects for university or going to law school, even at university, a lot of people don't know what it is that they really want to do. Sometimes people just do things because other people tell them, oh, my father used to be a high court judge. And then someone says, oh, they have so much money, so I think I would also go for that. But the main thing is actually doing it because it is something that you want to do. And then by the time you choose your subjects, go to university, you would know what it is that really is easy for you. It has to come easy for you. If you just want to practice criminal law for no reason, you will struggle. Firstly, criminal law is a lot of work and it doesn't bring a lot of money. Let me show you the houses here. This place is so pretty. I find it really pretty. By the way, this is what we wear to work. You can wear black dress. You can wear a white shirt. The judge today was wearing something colorful, which I never really see. I'll show you the houses and I'll finish this. Well, if you decide that you want to do something just because other people are doing it, it's such a palaver. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because it gives you peace. Do it because it brings you great comfort. If you put your passion into what you do, I find that it's easier. Sometimes people say that passion doesn't bring you money. That can be true. So everybody wants to be a footballer, but not everybody becomes a footballer. So I would say sometimes your passion doesn't necessarily bring you everything that you would want for it to bring. But then the truth is, if you do something based on your passion, you find that you would wake up for free to do it. Different from if you just do it because other people are doing it, then you might just decide one day that's not for me. And then you see a lot of people changing careers and stuff. So a solicitor does not have to go to court. A solicitor can just basically stay home, or rather stay in the office and do paperwork, while a barrister is usually found in their homes or in courts. So some people don't know, but barristers don't have to go to an office per se. because they're normally going to chambers just really when they're needed. And when they're not needed in chambers, they don't really go to chambers. Chambers is where barristers stay, and a solicitor's firm is where solicitors have their offices. This is such a nice house. I don't know if it's brand new or they are just fixing an old house, but this must be costing a fortune. I find Romford is such a beautiful, beautiful place anyway. So my thing is, do what it is that you need to do something that you enjoy. A lot of people go to law school and end up just dropping out because it's just hard, and it is hard. It is hard to go to law school. And a lot of you ask me, is it difficult? Yes, day-to-day life is difficult. So if I think about today and how my day has been, has it been difficult? Yes. But have I enjoyed it? Yes. I have enjoyed it because I like this work. But if I didn't like it, it would be such a palaver. I would basically just be dreading waking up. Are there some days when you actually feel really tired? Yes. But do you push yourself? Yes, you push yourself because it's something you like to do. If somebody has a problem, you're solving it. And that really goes to the kind of law or area of law that you want to practice in. If you decide you want to deal with criminals every day, that is challenging in itself. But sometimes people have suffered like an injustice, or they have family members who have suffered an injustice. So they think, well, I'm just going to study criminal law so that you don't have another innocent person stuck, in the criminal system. That said, that kind of work is a lot of work for very small money. It's not small money, but it's small money compared to how much you can get if you were a civil litigator. So if you were a civil litigator, and I'm just throwing out these figures here, if you were a civil litigator and your salary would have been like £200,000 a year, you might find a criminal law solicitor getting just a fraction of that. I don't want to give figures, but it can be like a quarter of that actually. And it's a lot of work. It's papers and papers and papers. When it comes to crime, there's evidence here, evidence there, evidence everywhere, because the proof of the balance of proof, as we call it, is beyond reasonable. It's beyond reasonable doubt. Yes. And the balance of proof for civil litigation cases is on the balance of probabilities. Anyway, it's been really nice talking to you. I'm going to leave you here. If you've only just come on, I say hello, and hopefully I can make a sit-down video. I'm just not in that space where I have even 2 minutes to make any videos. It's quite a busy job. It's quite lucrative, but also very, very busy. Hello, if you haven't seen my name. Dead Ball. Can you say hi to my friend Talbot? All right, hi Talbot and hi Dead Ball. Trading, radioactive. All right, that's too intense. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now. See you. Bye. I think as soon as I said bye, then some of you started coming in, and my phone just basically froze on there. So yes, how is everyone? Do you have any questions that I can answer before I go? Let me show you Romford. This is how pretty Romford is. There are new houses everywhere. There is money here, definitely, because you have a lot of like detached houses. In other parts of London, if you do not know, standard of living is just incredible. And on my way here today, they were talking about the standard of living in England. Look at the house with pink in the middle. I wonder who chose that color. Well, isn't that so pretty? Yeah, so Romford is quite a nice place. A lot of detached houses. These houses are at least £1 million or thereabout, at least 800,000. So it's a nice place where you have the courts, and I feel like it's a nice place to live. I don't know much about the demographics about crime and stuff. But you see a lot of like personalized plate numbers. So it just like gives you an indication of what this place is like. And everywhere is ticketed. Like they just be giving tickets here as though, tickets is going out of fashion. So it's quite a lovely place. But it's not always like this. If you are doing civil litigation, which is, an area of law, as per your questions, what area of law should I be practicing in? You might be going from place to place, or you might just end up dealing with paperwork at home, and you would just be seeing different places. But if you are a solicitor that just stays in your office, you might not see anywhere at all. I like to go from place to place for work, but I don't like to go from place to place for anything else. So for like parties, weddings and all of that, I just find that I'm so introverted when it comes to going anywhere. But when it comes to going out to the courts, different courts, I find it quite interesting because you're not in the office every day. You can be in Romford today, tomorrow you're in central London, the next tomorrow you're in Canary Wharf, and then I do Wales as well. Or you can get a barrister to go. You don't need to go to these places. So this is what a day in my life really looks like. And hopefully I can do more day in the life videos. It's spring, by the way. And I don't know, every time I come to this particular court, the flowers are blossoming. So it might be that this place likes me. I did go to the park, but ended up not really going into it. I normally like that park. I feel like it's such a beautiful park to go to. It's nice and clean. You can feed the animals. You can just rest your head. So it's really good stuff. Anyway, anytime I say goodbye, an influx of people coming. But yes, I think I really have to say goodbye. If you have any questions, let me know. My subscribers per se are not on here at this time, but I see your messages. Some of you ask me if I'm okay. Some of you ask me when I'm going to make videos about solicitor salaries. I would say, please watch these lives when I can. And hopefully I can make short videos. Life is really same old for a solicitor, truthfully. It's same old. It's go to work, do paperwork, see clients, come back. Well, quite happy to tell you what my day is like. My God, did you see that? You had the plane and then you had the moon. The moon is out there. London is looking beautiful on a warm day. I'm actually not even wearing a winter jacket, which is odd. I always have a winter jacket on, or I always have a jumper on, but then it's quite warm and a bit sunny today. Hi everyone. Anyone gonna say hello before I round up? Every time I try to go out, an influx of you come. Subscribe, like. I don't even know where the camera is. Hopefully I can pick up my big camera, do some more vlogs for you, do some more sit down videos for you. But many of you know that this is a niche channel. I really talk about all things legal, and I took you to the Bromley court the other day and you guys loved it. So today basically taking you to Romford County Court, and that's the court over there. Massive court. They have, I need to be careful because I've just seen some people, they look like judges. There's nothing that says that you cannot film outside a court or you cannot film inside a court. And there's nothing that says that you cannot share information on how the legal world works. And sadly, a lot of people don't share this information. So you see a lot of people not knowing what it is that they want to do. Oh, I want to read law, but I don't really see people like me reading law. I'm a man, I don't know if I can read law. I'm from India, I don't know if I can read law. I get a lot of questions. I'm female, I don't know if I can read law. I'm a black person, I don't know if I can read law. You can do anything. And I wish that somebody gave me a lot of answers that a lot of people seek. And that's why I'm happy to come on here and just share what it is. I'm quite glad I have flat shoes on today. I normally have high shoes, but I think that's in line with what a lot of people expect. So sometimes people ask me simple questions like, what do you wear to court? Do I have to wear high shoes? Indeed, when I first started practicing, and this was like many years ago, you had to look a certain way. You had to carry yourself in a certain way. I can't even imagine that people would have had like a YouTube channel, because just like going to medical school, sorry, my phone keeps buzzing with messages and all. Just like going to medical school, some things are treated in secrecy where nobody really wants to tell you how anything works. But feel free to subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, I would answer them. I can tell you the day-to-day workings of, solicitors, whether you're a commercial lawyer, you're a litigator, be it family law, be it employment law, be it conveyancing, entertainment law, whatever it is that you want, let me know. I have so many questions. One time I asked you to give me 100 questions. I still have those questions, and I will come back to you. And I know that, the live videos are not necessarily shaped in a way that a sit-down video is. But then I'm happy to just talk to you about, things that you might have questions about. Yes, I'm going to have to leave you. But I'll be here. Leave your likes, leave your comments, and maybe I'll see you in my next one. All right. And while I walk away, if you have any questions, let me know. Because every time I want to drop, you have more people coming in. But if you've only just come in, there are even more people coming in. If you've only just come in here, I'm in Romford. I am a lawyer. I always say I'm not your lawyer. It's very important. Whatever I say is no advice. It's just, I get a lot of questions as solicitor. What area of law shall I do? What subject shall I do in secondary school? What should I be paying attention to in university? Can I become a solicitor? Should I become a barrister? And so I picked the question that a lot of you ask me on my videos. Should I be a solicitor or a barrister? And if you actually go to my channel, you would see that I have answered that question. Should you be a solicitor? Should you be a barrister? And that was what I talked about today. And if you missed it, I said, do what you need to do. Do what you love doing. I see too many people in the wrong area of law, and then they say, law is so difficult, I'm giving up. Yes, you will give up because you're doing somebody else's job. If you're doing somebody else's job, you would definitely give up. You'll be feeling like really, really pressurized. You'll be feeling like you're in the wrong profession. And you see people really stressed. Even at court, you see people very stressed. But if you like what you do, it will keep you up at night, but you would do it. I can give you a snippet of my day yesterday. So yesterday, I had to prepare for this court hearing. It wasn't a court hearing that I planned for, but I had to do it. I'm not going to go into why I had to do it. There are different reasons why as solicitors you will get a barrister, and there are different reasons why you would do a case on your own, and many solicitors just don't go to court, so that's fine as well. But I ended up having to do this hearing, and let's just say that I had to prepare for it. You prepare for it. You don't just turn up without preparing for it. And so when many people say, how long does it take you? It takes a long time. So many people joining this life still. Is someone going to say something? Or are you just going to leave messages on my videos? Do so and I would answer. But yes, just make sure that you're not doing somebody else's job, that the job you're doing is a job that you like and you want to wake up to. You might be called to be in the city. I think somebody left a comment on my video saying to another person, oh, I thought it was commercial that you liked. Yes, if you like commercial law, no issues, do it. Very fast-paced, good money, but a lot of hiring and firing, and very stressful. Very, very stressful. If you want to walk in house, good stuff. I've left you quite personal videos on my channel to let you know how I have decided to be a solicitor based on very personal experiences. So watch those videos, ask questions before you decide that you want to go into, for instance, tax law. If you don't know anything about calculations, how could you possibly be a tax expert? Tax lawyers, they get the highest amount of money. I think you can dispute that as well, because some of them work for like HMRC, and the salary is really not great. Great in the sense of, as a lawyer, you're making a lot of money, but not great in the sense of there are other areas of law where you can be making more money. Some people actually come on to my channel and say, oh, family lawyers don't make a lot of money, conveyancers don't make a lot of money. It doesn't follow. So watch those videos about how a solicitor charges and how you end up making your money. You would make your money if you are delivering a good service and your area of law is always in demand. So imagine if you were a commercial lawyer, for example, and I have nothing about commercial law. I'm just saying, because a lot of people who are going to university or law school just say, oh, I want to be a commercial lawyer. And then sometimes your calling is actually to sit down, talk to people and solve their problems. Commercial law is more companies. And if you are someone who likes solving problems, you might struggle with that. Well then, if you like solving problems, you like reading massive contracts and agreements and all of that, why not? You can do anything you want to do. There's no pressure on what you need to do. If you like talking a lot, you might do well as a barrister. All right. I do not have a jacket on. So bye-bye. And thank you so much for being on here. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.